Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. In today's figure card reading, we will do a comparison of your feelings versus those of the person on your mind, and we will finish off the reading by taking a look at what your future might be with that person. So you can see an image on your screen right now. You've got three options to choose from. Feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hello group 1, if you guys chose the first image, let's begin your reading by taking a look at the feelings of the person on your mind. So the cards that came out for you guys are regeneration on their end. Then we have perfection, firefly, which says wonder. We have the number 44 over here and 46. Maybe there's a 2-year age gap between you guys. From the tarot cards, we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords in reverse. So perhaps the person that you're inquiring about might be having Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in their chart. Alright, doesn't have to be, of course. So the fact that we have regeneration as your first card and then the 6 of Swords in reverse as the closing card, definitely this tells us that the person on your mind is still hung up on you, which is interesting because I do feel over here with the 10 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands that if not for all, then at least for some of you, it seems as if either they are in a relationship with somebody else or perhaps you are now in a relationship with somebody else. Despite that fact, they haven't been able to stop thinking about you, and they definitely haven't been able to move on from you, to let go of you. I don't know how long or short-lived this relationship was. I don't know whether it was even a full-fledged relationship or if it was just a situationship or a fling at that point in time. But it seems over here with the energy of perfection just further being amplified by the energy of wonder over here, that in retrospect, like how, and this reminds me of a bird in hand is worth two in the bush. That's what this seems like. They are now reflecting upon the fact that when they were with you, they had everything. It was perfect, it was picture perfect, and it could have led to something really long lasting, beautiful, everlasting actually. But perhaps at that time, they couldn't see it. When I look at the firefly over here with its tail being lit, and maybe it is something that happens, but I'm not sure. So anyway, this is the analogy that came to my mind. Perhaps the firefly can't turn around all the way back and see that its tail is lit, something like that. It doesn't know that it's carrying this light with it, and it's just more focused on the other glimmers over here in the bush in front of it. And it's highly likely with the 6 of Swords over here that in the search for a better spark somewhere else, this person could have been very quick to leave you back then in the past. And perhaps now that they are realizing your value, what it is that you brought to the table, and how you were the one who could have given them everything that they spent so much time looking for elsewhere, but never being able to find it, of course, that might be the driving force behind this intention of trying to revive or wanting to revive this connection with you. It does seem with the 10 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands that you guys did indeed create some really special and beautiful memories together. And it seems like those memories at the moment are acting as a fuel for this person to make their way back to you. Like how if you can't see in the darkness, but then there are all these fireflies lit up around you, you can still see some things, you can make out your surroundings. Similarly, it seems as if right now, this symbolism of the firefly being lit up, that is this hope in their heart that if they try to revive this connection, if they aim for a regeneration of this connection, you might just take them back. I think they're trying to capitalize on the bond that they used to share with you once upon a time, because the 4 of Wands does tell me that it used to be a pretty strong bond. I'm not sure whether the basis of this connection was friendship, maybe you guys are family friends, or maybe you were friends and then eventually it led to something more. But it seems like the way that it had started, and it could have quickly escalated to something more serious, So the fact that that foundation still remains, even though the building has been destructed or something, I think that is what is helping them navigate their way back to you. And of course, if you currently are not in a relationship with anybody and that is something that they know for a fact, I feel like that is just further adding to that glimmer of hope in their heart that, oh, group one does not have anybody in their life right now. So, of course, what better opportunity than this to make my way back into their life? I feel like you had your little ways of bringing a smile on this person's face, you had your little ways of making them feel special. And it is quite possible with the Six of Swords in reverse over here that as we're speaking, maybe this person is going through some very rough, transformative time in their life, or just a rough phase in their life in general, and they might be missing the aspect of you providing some sort of relief factor for them. Although that is not the only reason why they want to regenerate this connection. Like I said, the primary reason why they want to revive this connection with you is because it is only now that they're able to see their value. I just heard exhausted. Now, this can, of course, mean that perhaps they got exhausted looking at other potential options, but nothing materialized, and then it hit them, oh my gosh, the person that was my number one, which is group one, was the best. And so I shouldn't waste any more time and I should go back to them. And it also means naturally then that they've exhausted all other options, which is why now they feel like, and like I said, a bird in hand is worth two in the bush, and that is something that's dawning upon them now. It is also possible, and this one is a very specific message, so only take it if it resonates. Maybe this individual is now under pressure from their family to find somebody good and to get married, and because they've been with a bunch of people, so they've come to this conclusion that, okay, if it comes to something as long term and as concrete as marriage, that is something that I can only do with group one and nobody else. Okay. On that note, let's take a look at your feelings for them. So, on your end, we have higher power, release, globe, which says possibility. From the tarot cards, we have the Hanged Man, the Nine of Swords, and the Page of Cups. I can clearly see what you've done here over here, group one. For the sake of your mental health, for the sake of your peace, for the sake of your calm, you have released this connection. You are sitting in this energy of surrender over here with the higher power and the Hanged Man. You're not taking any action towards this person. You're not bothering yourself at all with trying to check up on them, their social media activity, when were they last online, and things like that. It just does not matter to you anymore. At a point in time, it did. It used to matter to you a lot, and it's quite possible over here with the Nine of Swords that when you were going through those dark days, you gave yourself sleepless nights, you could have cried yourself to sleep over this person. With Page of Cups being present over here with the Nine of Swords, definitely each time you saw a new name pop up around this person, or photographs of new people appearing in their tagged pictures, or whatever else it was, it used to drive you very anxious. It did not make you feel good. And when you had that realization that, okay, there is a possibility that I can seriously harm myself, especially mental health wise, by panicking about the situation and this person, or perhaps you could have had some other sort of revelation. Basically, at the moment where you stand, is that you have surrendered this connection. Whatever higher power it is that you pray to, or believe in, or meditate upon, whatever it is, you've surrendered this connection, and you're like, I'm not going to do anything now. What has to happen will happen. If it doesn't have to happen, it won't happen. And it also seems over here with the Page of Cups that even though this person hasn't explicitly asked you for an apology, again, for the sake of your own peace and in the process of surrendering this connection, it does seem like a lot of you have forgiven this person, because you knew that if you hold on to that negativity, or if you hold on to that grudge, or if you hold on to those heavy feelings, it'll just feed into this anxious and heavy and worrisome energy, and you just did not want to feel that way anymore. You wanted to experience that cleansing. You wanted to kickstart your healing, and so you could have consciously made the decision to forgive this person and to just surrender this connection. However, because we do have possibility over here with the Page of Cups, it does seem like sometimes, not always, not constantly, but sometimes the idea of, will they ever come back to me? What will happen if they come back to me? How should I react if they come back to me? These some ideas or these questions or this possibility of there being a revival of this connection is something that does occasionally come across your mind. Group 1. However, it is plenty clear over here with the Hangman over here that you are in no mood at all of taking any action towards this person. It does seem that in the past, when you were maybe a bit more hopeful that you can still get this person back, you could have tried many things from your side with the Page of Cups over here. Many a times you could have reached out, but your actions were just not reciprocated, and it made you feel all the more horrible. And maybe that is why you then arrived at this decision of surrendering this connection. And so that's where you are at this point in time. In fact, it seems over here with Release and the Hanged Man that even when these questions of potential possibilities of a reconciliation, etc., occasionally cross your mind, you don't spend a lot of time thinking about them. It's like it just comes and goes in seconds, and you consciously try not to spend minutes or hours entertaining that particular possibility. Okay, now let's see what might happen next between you guys. So the cards that came out for it are Ride the Wave, Material and Spiritual Prosperity. From the tarot cards, we have the Five of Pentacles and we have the Page of Cups. You have forgiven them from your side, but it seems like in the future they might reach out and properly apologize to you. And I do feel like you will forgive them because, well, you've already forgiven them, well, kind of like internally or whatever. And it seems with the Ride the Wave card over here that this apology or this action of theirs might actually hit you out of nowhere. I don't think you will be expecting that they're going to reach out, and that is exactly when they'll be doing this. And it's very clear over here with the Five of Pentacles and the Page of Cups what they'll be apologizing for ghosting you, for leaving you out in the cold, for leaving without giving you any explanation, for not valuing you when they had the time. Those are the things that they'll come back and apologize for. Now, it is possible for some of you with the Material and Spiritual Prosperity card over here that you might actually give this person a second chance. Although I'm not seeing you giving them any commitment as such, because with Ride the Wave card over here, it seems like initially you'd like to test the waters a little bit and see whether there's actually been any change in their actions or not, or whether it's just empty words. But for others of you with the Five of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, it seems like even though you will accept this person's apology, you will still not let them come back in your life. So safe to say that it depends entirely upon your free will, how you'll take it from there once this person has reached out with their apology. The time period of the next 5 to 6 months might be significant for this group. Alright, group 1. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello group 2, if you guys chose the second image, let's start your reading by taking a look at your person's feelings for you. So the cards that came out for it were Treasure Island, then we have Complacency, Medical Staff, which says healing. We've got the number 9 and 13 over here, so maybe that might have some significance for you. Maybe one of you is in the medical profession. From the tarot cards, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and we have the Five of Wands. So lots and lots and lots of guilt is what is mostly coming up over here in this person's feelings for you, group 2. It seems like this person made you go through a lot, and it also seems like you struggled quite a bit in this connection. They are aware of the fact that you waited on them, and then you waited on them, and then you waited some more, and they never came back. They never valued you. If you look at the turtle in the treasure island card over here, it's carrying the treasure on its back. Like it's basically always there with it, but it's just still swimming and swimming. Maybe some of you were drawn towards group 1 as well, or if you want, you can check that out. Anyway, now with complacency, when we see the leaves falling over here and this old woman sitting all alone, I definitely feel like this person's love life did not turn out the way that they had hoped it would. It is quite possible that after leaving you, they could have just found themselves in a string of extremely toxic relationships where it was just fights and arguments and always trying to one up each other. The kind of peace, serenity, and acceptance that they had experienced when they were with you, it just never found them again. And so now, when they are all alone and miserable, they are crying, they're reflecting on the past, reflecting upon how unnecessarily and how much they made you struggle and they made you suffer in this connection. And so, definitely, with the healing card over here, there is this intention to remove or alleviate some of that pain of yours, group 2. They want to provide you some sort of relief. From these cards, I don't think they exactly have it all figured out just yet. With the Seven of Pentacles, it seems like they're spending more time just reminiscing about you these days, reminiscing about all the unnecessary arguments that they initiated with you, reminiscing about all the times when they unnecessarily put up a barrier between you and them, when they shut you out, even though you were being nothing but nice to them. It is quite possible with medical staff over here and complacency that this person could have got a taste of their own medicine through some other connection. And when that happened is when they realized what they'd done to you, group 2. So, for instance, let's say that if they were being very toxic with you and they left you, ghosted you, made a mockery out of you, the same thing then happened to them. Somebody else did that same thing to them. And that is when they realized how awful it feels and how bad it feels. And so there's, like I said, lots and lots and lots of guilt tripping that's happening over here on this person's end right now. It seems with the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, with the Five of Wands, of course, that there seems to be this conflict and internal conflict in this person's feelings right now. Sometimes they want to reach out, even though they know it's going to be crazy difficult, but they at least want to try. And then at other times, they're like, no, 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 not right now. This isn't the time. It still feels very fresh. The wounds still seem very fresh. Let me just give it some more time. Let me give some more time for group 2 to perhaps be at that place where they can hear me out, where they can understand me, and then I'll see what I have to do. It also seems over here with the medical staff and the Five of Wands card that when this person made the decision to leave you, there could have been people that asked them not to do it. There could have been certain well-wishers or mutual connections that were shocked actually by this decision that the person on your mind was about to make. And they did not listen to anybody. They did not listen to your pleas. They did not listen to the pleas of these mutual friends or whoever, well-wishers. And it does seem that even though this person hasn't reached out to you, or maybe they have, although I don't think they have, they could have reached out to this supporting staff, you can say, these mutual friends or mutual connections between you and them. And they definitely don't seem to be too pleased to hear from this person. In fact, it's quite possible with the Five of Wands and the Nine of Wands that this individual has faced a lot of backlash when they told these people that they're planning on reaching out to you again. Okay, let's see what the feelings are over at your end, group 2. So we have chop wood, victim, tree which says ancestry, the Ten of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so you definitely do not have a good impression of this person at all. In fact, the first energy in itself over here, chop wood, is so strong. It's almost as if you don't want anything to do with them anymore. And there is this almost brutal sense to this. Like it can seem ruthless. Like people can tell you, oh, you've made this ruthless decision of never wanting to see this individual's face again. But then if you look at it, the chop wood card has the victim card right behind it. So it's quite possible that this person could have tricked you in some way. Maybe there was a third party. They didn't tell you about it. When you found out, of course, it did not feel good. And it seems over here with ancestry that it didn't happen just once. It could have happened more than once that they fooled you with a third party situation. And so now in your feelings, it's you've made it very clear that you still see them as that player, you still see them as that fuck boy maybe, and you do not want to fall a victim to their games anymore. You do not want to fall a victim to their, oh, it's all good, I missed you thing anymore. You don't want to buy that anymore like you had in the past, because you've grown since then. You're wiser now. And it is, of course, also possible with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ancestry card that a lot of you are now happily in a relationship with somebody else. Maybe you guys are married, you've got kids now, and everything's going very well for you. Maybe you're watching this reading just out of curiosity to see whether they've had some sort of realization or not. But that does not mean that you're planning on inviting them back into your life. In fact, like I said, most of you aren't. It does seem over here with Ancestry and the Victim card that you could have um, what's the phrase for it? You could have defended this person a lot. You could have argued on this person's behalf a lot. You could have justified this person a lot. And then eventually it it dawned on you that I was basically being the devil's advocate. And they were not a good person. They were not a good person to me. They were not a good person to anybody else. And you could have heard a lot of nasty things while you were out and about defending this individual and their actions. And so you could have never imagined that somebody who was, you liked them so much and you supported them so much, they'll go out and double cross you. But then that's exactly what they did with the Three of Cups. In fact, because we have two entities over here and behind this apricot victim, maybe they cheated on you with your best friend, or they cheated on you with somebody who was known to you, who was very close to you, and it was just double the pain and double the sadness because of that. You still do have mutual connections with this person with the Three of Cups over here, but it seems with the Chopwood card that you don't inquire about them. In fact, I also feel if at all any mutual connection ever tries to bring up the topic of this person, you cut them out there and then, that no, 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 don't go there. I do not want to talk about that person. I don't want anything to do with them anymore. And it definitely feels over here with Ancestry and the Knight of Wands that it could have been a recurring pattern with you and with this person, especially since we also have the Three of Cups over here. Breakups, then patch ups, breakups, and patch ups. Each time you would break up, it would be because they cheated on you, lied to you in some way. And each time there would be a patch up, they would promise you that they've, left their old ways behind. They're not going to repeat the same thing again, but they would. It was like it was so deeply embedded in them, they couldn't help as if but to go out and cheat on you. It seems like you were dealing with a serial cheater, honestly, group 2. And so now you see yourself as the victim in this situation, and you have a lot of love for yourself. I'm not seeing any sort of like, I don't think you're blaming yourself or anything, but you definitely are sad about the way things unfolded. And maybe that is what gave rise to that anger, and then that is what fueled this decision of chopping the wood. Okay, this is it. I'm done with this person. Okay, now let's see what might be the potential future over here between you and them. Before that, the signs that have come up over here are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So these might be the signs present in your chart or theirs. The numbers 9, 13, 42 might be, oh, we've got 42 two times. Maybe you guys are of the same age. Anyway, so now for your future, we have Gentle Gardener with the number 2. we have transformation with number 13. From the tarot cards, we have the Four of Swords and we have the Seven of Wands. So this person is definitely going to make a reappearance in your life group too. Entirely changed demeanor, no attitude at all, extremely polite, very friendly, very humble, very grounded. In fact, the way that this woman is slightly gaping, slightly has a mouth open, you might actually be shocked at the change in their behavior towards you. You might be shocked to see this drastic change in their personality. But is that going to move you? Absolutely not. Because if you see the Four of Swords over here, this woman doesn't care what's happening. She's busy sleeping, she's fine that way. And the Seven of Wands, of course, over here also tells me that you have your guards up against this person. You've got your defenses up, you've got your guards up. You do not trust this person at all, and that is that. With the gentle gardener, I don't think they're going to quit that easily, even if you make it clear to them that you do not, I don't want to do anything with you anymore. I don't think they're going to simply accept it. It does seem over here with the gentle gardener that they will gently try to persuade you, try to get you to change your mind. They might try very hard so that they can somehow try to change this image that they have of theirs in your mind. But I'm just with this card of the Seven of Wands over here, I'm not seeing it working. Whatever it is that they do, I'm not seeing it having any effect on you. For the most of you, in fact, I feel like for 90% of you, no matter what they say, no matter what they do, no matter how nicely, firmly, softly they try to change their image in your eyes, and they try to like resurrect this connection with you, you are not going to budge from your position of the Four of Swords over here. Again, depends upon your free will also. Maybe some of you will give this person a chance, but again, like I said, most of you, I'm not seeing this person being able to persuade you even in the future. In fact, I just heard too little too late, so that's something that a lot of you might be thinking right now. All right, group 2. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, group 3. If you guys chose the third image, let's find out first your person's feelings for you. So the cards that came out for it were Message in a Bottle. Then we have Wisdom, Sunflower, which says action, the Empress, the Page of Pentacles, and we've got an extra card for you over here, the King of Swords and the Two of Cups. Alright, so we've got the number 15 over here, number 34, and I got a very interesting message I just heard for you, group 3. It seems like there's been more of a no contact situation now than the period of the contact situation. So for example, you guys were in a connection or in active contact for just 5 years, but now it's been 10 years since you guys have spoken to each other, something like that. The signs that have come up so far, we've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right, so how is this person feeling for you? Well, definitely with the presence of the Empress over here, they've come to one conclusion, and it seems like this is an acquired wisdom over here. And if you look at this journey of the Page to the King, it seems like this is a realization that took fairly long to happen, but the final, of course, conclusion is that you're it, and this is it. You and them, you are the Empress, you are their divine feminine or masculine. Take it how it resonates for you. There's a lot that this person wants to say to you with a message in a bottle. I don't think they've reached out in a really long time, but there is a lot that this person wants to say to you. So many bottled up feelings, so many bottled up emotions. It seems like they desperately want to take action towards you. I just saw the visual of somebody, like removing the cork from a bottle, and then all of that fizz is coming out. So it seems like over the years, they've just kept on collecting the little things that they want to tell you. They've just been collecting all of these things they want to share with you, memories that they've created that they want you to know about, but they're not taking that action right now. They're contemplating it though, because we also have the King of Swords over here. And definitely with the page to the king, it seems like it's been a really long time since you guys have spoken to each other. You guys could have been together in your like teenage years, or when you guys were young adults or something like that. And now you both have come a long way. It's been years, like I said. And it's not like you both haven't been in other relationships. They've been in other relationships since then. You could have been in other relationships since then. But it seems over here with wisdom that there is this fact that they seem to have accepted now, that no matter how long it's been, and no matter how long it's been since they've gone without talking to you, the kind of connect that you guys have with each other, it just cannot be replicated with anybody else, thereby making you the empress in their life. They can have 100 happy relationships with 100 different people, but nobody is going to compare to you, and nothing is going to compare to the time that years ago they spent with you, which it seems like they still cherish. The presence of the sunflower card over here tells me that till date, whenever they think about that brief period of time that they spent with you, it lights up their face, it brings a smile on their face, it makes them happy. It is also possible with the Page of Pentacles and the Wisdom card over here, and especially because we have wisdom and then action, that any sort of bad action you can say that they took towards you in the past, whether it was the decision of never seeing you again, never talking to you again, whatever it was, it could have actually, I mean, they could have basically just been a puppet, and somebody else, somebody older than them at that time, could have asked them to do this. It could have been somebody in their family, it could have been somebody else who was older than them, but basically, there is a possibility that somebody else was calling the shots. Now, the problem is that it seems over here with message in a bottle that either you are intuitively already aware of this, but this individual has definitely not disclosed this to you till date, that it wasn't my decision to leave you, I was made to leave you, or something like that. Of course, this does not have to be the case for all of you. In fact, for some of you, it's quite possible that that was their decision, which they took at that point in time. It seems with the Page of Pentacles over here and the King of Swords that money, career, power, these things mean a lot to this person. And somewhere because of that, the Empress sort of took a back seat. You took a back seat in their life. This connection took a back seat in their life. But the fact that the King of Swords and the Two of Cups flew out together just tells us that despite the fact that they seem to be all about their business, does not mean that you've escaped their mind or their heart. They still think about you, they still miss you, they still want to see you. Like I said, there's so much they want to say to you. I don't know what's missing over here. Maybe they don't have the right words just yet with the King of Swords, or maybe with the Wisdom card they're trying to figure out how to approach the situation, or what exactly is it that they should say to you. It also seems over here with the Wisdom card that sometimes they wonder whether or not you're aware of how much you still mean to them, and how do you see them is also something that they keep thinking about, group 3. Okay, let's take a look at your feelings for them now. So we've got a change in the wind with the number 12. We have despondence, stars, which says divine guidance with the number 33. From your tarot cards, oh, we have the Empress again, the Six of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. Didn't realize it. We've got the Empress on their end as well as on your end. So this is interesting because see, on their end, in their feelings, if we get the Empress, this tells us that for them, you're it. Like I said, nobody trumps you. On your end, in your feelings, you are seeing yourself as the Empress. Like, okay, this is what I'm worth, this is my value, and I'm not going to settle for anything less than that. If they can treat me like the Empress that I am, great. If not, I'm not going to sit around and mope. Now, it does seem though, with the change in the wind over here, that your opinions or your feelings for this person change very frequently. You find it very difficult to stick to just one stance about them. It has never happened that you are completely over them, or you're completely not thinking about them, or you absolutely hate them. It doesn't happen. In fact, it seems with respondents and the Six of Wands that it just keeps coming and going in phases. There are phases where you want to rekindle this connection, there are phases when you don't want anything to do with them anymore. There are phases when you feel very sad thinking about them and how things turned out between you guys. There are phases when you recall a lot of the good times. And it seems over here with the Eight of Swords that all of this back and forth has now left you feeling very confused about what is it that you want. It seems as if you don't know yourself now. Do I want to give this person another chance? Will I be happy if I was to encounter them again? Will it be a good decision for me to get back together with this person? Should I just accept that it's over? What if this connection was all just in my head? Are the feelings mutual? Was it just me? Did I just make this up? You keep battling with all of these thoughts, and despondence over here tells me that sometimes they just get very, very draining and exhaustive for you, group 3. It is possible with the change in the wind and the despondence card that for a really long time you could have waited for the winds to change, you could have waited for this person to come back to you, but nothing came out of that wait. That waiting period was prolonged, but it didn't lead to anything. It just, I mean, you just got nothing but disappointment and sadness. You were hoping that after some time has passed, they'll come back to their senses. They did, but they didn't do anything about it. And that's what's baffling over here. Of course, you didn't know that at the time. Now, the divine guidance card over here tells me that you guys could have taken many readings on this person, you guys could have seen many readings on this person, just so that somebody somehow can make it all make sense to you. And despite that, with the Eight of Swords over here, it seems like there's always some missing link, and I'm not surprised because we do have that missing link over here also. When they've had that realization, why the hell aren't they doing anything about it? And it seems over here with the Eight of Swords that sometimes, whether it is something that you've intuitively picked up on them, or whether it is something that you've got to know from somewhere, whether it's like a general reading, person reading, whatever it is, sometimes some things just don't make sense to you. And it seems like now it has reached this point where, with the Empress card over here and the stars, you've left it to your fate. All right, you're like, I know my worth now, I know what I'm deserving of. If they can give me that, great. If they can't, I'll just accept what the stars have in store for me. If this connection truly is in my destiny, things will work out. If it isn't, it just won't work out. But it seems like now, with the Empress and the Six of Wands, you've sort of made peace, we can say, with this thing. Or perhaps it's a thought that you keep repeating internally a lot, so that it kind of gets programmed into your mind or something, that no matter what happens, no matter who I end up with, whether it is this person, whether it is somebody else, I believe that it'll be for my highest good. I believe that whoever it is that I end up with ultimately will be the true source of my joy, will be the person that was destined for me all along. So if it's them, great. If not, I'm fine by that as well. And of course, this conclusion has come out after a lot of searching for questions. Okay, now let's see what might be the potential future between you and this individual. On this end, we also have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, so that might be another sign over here. The number 33 might be of some significance. Maybe that's how old either one of you is now. The number 12 is of significance. Maybe that's how old you guys were when you first came into contact. Anyway, so for your future, we have Magic Stream, we've got Power, we've got 18 and 8 over here. So definitely something about that 10-year thing that I was picking up on might be significant for a lot of you. We have the Seven of Pentacles and we have the King of Cups. So this person is not coming out of their fields anytime soon, even in the future. And it does seem over here with power, especially because we did have the King of Swords for them earlier. Okay, okay, I get it. For a few of you, perhaps the problem with this person or the missing link is that their ego overpowers their emotion. So it's like, I have all the love in the world for you, but because of my ego, I'm not going to tell you that. I want you to keep coming to me. I'm not going to go to you and tell you that, oh my gosh, I love you so much. That's just not going to happen, because I have to keep on boosting my ego. I have to keep on stroking my ego like that. And it's quite possible that that is what the problem is with this individual as well. And maybe that is why your wait didn't give you any good results, because even though that realization had come to them that they liked you, they loved you, their power, their ego didn't let them do anything about it. Now, in the future, interestingly, Magic Stream is what's opening the spread over here. So there is a possibility that they think that their ego is in control, but there are higher forces in control of the situation. We did have the stars over here. Now we have the power card. We did have wisdom over here, which can sometimes represent, like your spirit guides, ancestors, angels, and all of that. So definitely there are some higher beings over here working behind the scenes in this connection. Whatever happens next in this connection, and it seems over here with Magic Stream that it's still flowing, so it's not like it's heavily determined at this point. One thing that's clear is that their feelings for you aren't fading away anytime soon. And another thing that's not going away anytime soon with the Seven of Pentacles is you trying actively not to focus on this person or this connection. So anyway, with the Magic Stream over here, there is a possibility of something happening suddenly in the future in this connection, something you cannot expect right now, something you absolutely didn't see coming, and something that when it happens will definitely feel like it was divinely orchestrated, like this is exactly how it was supposed to play out. It definitely might happen after some sort of ego death over here with the Power and the King of Cups. But for now, what you need to know is that this connection is far from over. Group 3. Alright, so these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.